Hey everybody, it's Saturday morning. I have not been on Instagram Live in a long time. I've kind of been over on that other site, TikTok. But this morning, I got my coffee. I am unshaven, so it's almost time to lather up in my full shaving gear and shave on up. I just thought I'd come on this morning because I do have a little time. Renee's working. The kids are getting ready for some Halloween extravaganzas today, and I think later on this afternoon I'm gonna go meet Tucker. Tucker's here in Massachusetts, and I don't know if he's watching this or if he's still up or not, but the plan is to before we start our Halloween festivities tonight to meet up with Tucker. I'm gonna meet his family, and he's doing really good. I'm so proud of him. He did a great job. He's doing unbelievable on all this. So Caitlin Lynn, yes, he is. Thank you. And I am doing amazing. Actually, I like to use the word unbelievable. So I'm doing unbelievable this morning. Really just wanted to get on live a little bit to let people know that I'm still out there. And I'm thinking of some Halloween costumes. So the Halloween costumes that I am thinking of will be quite interesting. I might reveal a Halloween costume tonight to some of my people. And but I do have a couple of big plans, and we have obviously our family one that we have planned, which is pretty cool. So I hope everybody's having a great Saturday morning. Actually, my kids have now realized that I am on Instagram Live, so now they've taken the time to take an interest in me. Unbelievable it will be. Thank you. Is it Kathleen, or is it two different words? Is it Kathleen or is it two different words? That's what I'm curious about.
What is it?
Oh, it's Peter. Handsome Pete's on. Let's go, Baba. Having my coffee today. I know you're probably at the store. I love American Nutrition Center. And I'm telling all the 38 people that are watching us right now that if you live in the Boston area, and I'm telling you, if you need any type of nutrition item, you got to go see Handsome Pete. Handsome Pete's the one, Everett, Massachusetts. I think it's 700 block of Broadway. It's right in Glendale Square. You can't miss it. His picture's right on the
door.
Right on the door. It's on the window. It's everywhere. So you go in there, you get the best service. And if you go there at any particular time, Sweet Kenny K could be in there because he's my friend, and for the most part, he's the one I like to hang out with, although he blew me off Thursday night when we went to the magazine thing, but that's okay. I love you, Peter. I know it's been a while, so I will answer some questions. Big question here from Mr. Wow, these codes are tough because I'm not good, but would I do any other reality shows?
No.
No. I'm going to venture to guess that CBS will not be calling me back to do any reality shows on CBS. I kind of, I flopped. I admit it. I do have some regrets on how I played the game and how I let my emotions get the best of me. But at the end of the day, I'm human. So I can't see being on any show. I mean, the shows that I would want to be on, to be honest with you, would be CBS shows. And they're definitely not calling me out because, I didn't do that great. But I would love to do The Amazing Race with Renee. That would be pretty cool. Because Renee is the one that... This is my confidant. She's the one, so we'd actually have a lot of fun. And if anybody watches some of our videos, you would know that Renee and I have some good banters back and forth. She's very quick-witted, and she keeps me in check. So, but I really don't know of a lot of different reality shows. I definitely know I couldn't do The Challenge. I heard that they also get sequestered and don't have any contact with the outside world for like 10 weeks. I definitely probably couldn't do Survivor. I would do $1 Million Island, I think. I think I'd like to do $1 Million Island because I do know a little about the ins and outs of that. And it's not as tough as a lot of the other reality shows. Well, it's probably tough, but as far as the time-wise, like Big Brother, 90 days in the Big Brother house to win the money, that's kind of insane to think. And big shout out to Chelsea. I mean, I love that girl and for what she did on Big Brother. And if anyone thinks that she didn't play an amazing game on Big Brother, you are 100% wrong, because not only did she fool everybody in the house and play a really, really good game, she also was a very kind-hearted person too, and made people feel really comfortable in the house. So, and nobody was ever an adversary of hers. So that's pretty cool that she was able to do that. Have you ever watched the whole season yet? What can surprise you so far? I have not watched the whole season. I've watched probably 90% of the season. There's a couple of things that I haven't seen, but all in all, I think the season was really good. I'm disappointed in myself that I couldn't have contributed more to the show. I mean, when it came time to comps, I stepped up, but it was that downtime that really killed me. But I feel bad for the fans. I feel bad for my family. I feel bad for CBS that I wasn't able to contribute more, because if you watched like my TikToks and my Instagram, my personality was nothing like I was in the house. I was actually like all out of sorts in the house. My emotions really got the best of me, and that's really never happened to me before, so I didn't know how to expect it. But watching the season, I really liked it. A lot of good personalities left soon. But that's part of the game, like getting rid of Tucker soon, getting rid of Brooklyn soon. A lot of strong personalities. Even I think, losing Cedric very early in the game was tough for me, because those are all people I connected with. I connected with Tucker. I connected with Cedric really well. I thought his personality was great. He had a good head on his shoulders. I connected with Brooklyn, even though we had a couple of things back and forth. But that's the name of the game, is to try and like get into the little parts of the into the house. But I mean, they kept Angela around, which was she was a great personality. She was great for TV, and she was a beast in competitions. So that was pretty impressive that they kept her around. But losing, I think Tucker, Brooklyn, Cedric real early in the game was kind of tough, because the other personalities in the house were not as outgoing. Unbelievably great people in the house. T-Core, Cam, Chemo, all awesome people, but they weren't that boom in your face personality in the house. So you kind of had great people in the house who were playing great games, but weren't like that super outgoing personality. And they played great games, and they got very far in the house, which was cool. So that's my take on the house, on how the season went. But all in all, wow. 16 people went in that house, and they were 16 good people, and they all expected to do different things. And I really appreciate the fact that CBS gave me the opportunity to go in there, and regretfully wish that I could get a rewind and do it. I wouldn't do it again. let's not get that thing. But I wish I had a rewind to have a better way of controlling my emotions. So, if that answers anyone's question, as Kenny rambles on and drinks his coffee. Do you regret wanting to go home as early as you did? Oh, 100%. I mean, of course I regret wanting to go home. I don't regret the reasons why I wanted to go home, if that makes any sense to anybody, because my family is super important to me, but I know that there was so many other people in that house that were able to control their emotions. I see Cliff Hogg just joined, like huge fan of Cliff. That was actually the first season that I was a finalist on. So Cliff, I think you took my spot, which you did an unbelievable job, Cliff. I appreciate what you did for the game. But I know everybody in the house was missing home and would want to go home, but they were able to control their emotions way better than I was. And you would think at 52 years old, I would have been able to do that, but I wasn't able to do that. And I still, to this day, don't understand why I wasn't able to do that. But there were a lot of people in the house struggling. And to be honest with you, a lot of those young people got me through those days. It was 37 days of being away from my family and getting a connection with people like Matt and Leah and MJ, Cedric and Tucker. Like, shit, if you were watching the live feed, you saw me and Tucker on that couch having bad days together. And Tucker got me through some times, I got Tucker through some times, and then Tucker went and beasted it out in the comps. So but everybody kind of banded together, which was pretty cool. No one took advantage of the fact that people were having a bad day or I was having a bad day. Huge shout out to Angela. Like, a lot of people don't, like, yes, I didn't want to play the game with Angela. She put me on the block week 1. What was I supposed to do? I was upset. But a huge shout out to Angela. If you were watching the live feeds, Angela was my biggest advocate in that house. Like, she wanted me to stay in that house, I think, more than anybody. And I really appreciated the fact that Angela was a really good friend in the house to me, emotionally and supportively. she did some bizarre things. She was great for the game. She made some crazy moves. But at the end of the day, as far as separating the game from friendship and being a human being, Angela was amazing. So you'll never hear me really say anything bad about Angela, but obviously I was mad at her for putting me on the block week 1, because that actually was the catalyst, I think, to me, being like, oh, I'm on the block week 1, I'm probably going to go home. It makes you start thinking like, oh, is it not bad to go home? Like, so it gets you in that mindset, and I blamed her for that. Like, in week 1, we had our little, well, she had a blowout. I kind of just sat there and took it like a good person that I am. All right, what was your favorite food in the BB house? All right, I'll tell you right now, my favorite night in the house was when Leah made smash burgers. She made smash burgers, and Leah did an unbelievable job that night, and they were really, really good. So that was one of the most memorable meals in the house. Yeah, so I appreciate, a couple of people said, they respect the fact that I was able to show that I miss my family. Little secret on missing my family. So I kind of probably, in little aspect of the game, I kind of messed up. So when I left, obviously I know I'm going to the Big Brother house. Obviously my family knows that I'm going to the Big Brother house. My kids were super upset, but I promised them, I said, every night at 5 o'clock, I will talk to you on the live feeds and let you know how I'm going, how things are going. And I'm going to talk to you, but obviously they didn't realize they couldn't talk back, but I promised that I would do that. I quickly realized after like 3 or 4 days that it was awful to be able to do that. Instead of just like going off and like talking to Matt or talking to, MJ or Leah or Chelsea or somebody, I would go to the live feeds and talk to my family who couldn't talk back. And that caused super, that feeling of, missing my family. And you really don't know what cameras are on live or not. So, and there's 96 cameras in the house. So you're not too sure if they're getting it or not. So a lot of times I would do it 3 or 4 times. I'd go into the back bedroom, I'd go into the living room, I'd go into the kitchen, I'd go in the backyard, and I would do it 3 or 4 times. After the second or third time doing it that day, emotions get the best of you. Yeah, Cliff, it was super. My wife was having having more of a hard time. I would go to bed and she would watch the live feeds, and she would get mad because people would be like, I can't believe Kenny's doing this. I can't believe he's not, she would get mad. And she got super mad at me about not seeing the connection with T-Core when T-Core kind of wanted to make an alliance with me. So yeah, super hard on the families too. Yeah, I get that. But they can look in on you and see what you're doing, but we can't look in on them. So it was kind of tough. Yeah, for sure. I do wish I had a good do over in the next couple of in like the first couple of days of that to be able to get on. My other big thing that I wish I had done, which would have it depends on the cast and you don't know. In other cast pass, you would go into the house and you would realize like what you can say and what you can't say. I honestly think if I said on the day 1 we were all introducing ourselves, if I could have said I was a police officer and said exactly who I was, I think that they would have kept me around even a little bit longer. And I think my mindset would have been better because I would have not have to play up the family aspect of it as much as I was trying to. And I could have talked more about, being a police officer and did that. But, and I was also scared too. I'll straight up tell you right now, I was scared to say that I was a police officer. I thought it would have been bad. I was scared every day that I was going to be misunderstood in the house, and America would have saw this police officer in the house and been like, oh, I can't believe he said this, or I can't believe he said that. And I'm not a person who really says anything bad about anybody, and I'm happy-go-lucky, and I like to have a good time, and I love my family, I love my community. But in the back of your mind, you're like, I've always seen other things happen where people said something that was misunderstood, and then the media runs with it, and it gets bad for them. So I kind of was worried about that too, but that's okay. Lying about who you are and what you love is a hard thing. Yeah, absolutely. And I will say this, I kind of went into the house and I didn't want to lie. And I can honestly say that I never really lied in the house. I don't think there was ever a blatant lie. I left things out. I don't consider that a lie. I mean, I left the fact out that I was a police officer, but I didn't lie about being a food truck guy, because I did own a food truck thing for a while. Someone's, have you met Derek? I'm assuming you mean Derek, the Big Brother legend. No, I have not met Derek. Just hasn't really been opportunity, and I'm pretty sure Derek was looking at that and looking at me and saying, wow, he's such a disappointment. So I'm sure Derek wasn't too happy with the way I played the game. Actually, I know he wasn't happy with the way I played the game, but it is what it is. I respect everything Derek did. I have a bigger respect because he actually had a little kid when he went in the house, and I can't even imagine them actually playing my daughter, saying "daddy" or something over the speakers. I think that would have destroyed me. But that'll lit a fire under Derek. So much respect to him. Hey, if I run into him sometime, again, the respect is, I got much respect for him. I'm sure that he's not too happy with, as a police officer, how I handle myself in the Big Brother house. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We're two totally different people. I wish I could have modeled my game after him, but impossible to do. And no one can ever play the game like he did ever again. So it is what it is. Mark Ronan, yeah, you a twin? No, I'm not a twin. We've been playing around with that. Definitely not a twin. That's not. That never happened. Oh, never happened. But it was never a thing. I don't even know where that came from. Did you meet Tony from Survivor? I'm sorry to say, I'm not a Survivor fan at all. I've never really watched Survivor. I know there's a couple people from the Boston area that have been on Survivor. I probably run into them here or there, but no. The one person that I've met and had a night with was Kevin from BB16, and he was really cool, real good guy. We had some real good conversations, and I like somewhat stay in contact with him. Obviously, I'm busy. I'm still working, so I have to work every day, which is kind of tough. But have you stayed in contact with anyone a lot outside the house? I do stay in contact with Tucker quite a bit. I'm actually going to go see him this afternoon. I stay in contact with Matt every once in a while. But to be honest with you, they're off doing their thing. Like, they're off. They're on the ground running. They're going here. They're going there. I'll shoot a text every once in a while. They'll shoot me a text every once in a while. But I will stay in contact with them. Just like I think you would stay in contact with maybe like some old friends from whether like another job or something like that, where you're not going to hang out with them every day. But I don't see them every day. But obviously I have a connection with Tucker because of Boston, and his mom lives here and his brothers and such. So I'll stay in contact with them. And who knows? I'm going to put everybody on the Christmas card list. How about that? I got to get everybody's address, all other 15 members. Chemo's might take a little long to get there because he's in Hawaii, but we'll see. I'll definitely stay in contact with everybody. I enjoyed everybody in the house in one aspect or another. I was thinking, favorite house guest? That's tough. Like I don't really have a favorite house guest. I've just had connections with more and more people. Obviously, Tucker, Cedric, Matt, friendly with them. Angela, I'm super, proud to be her friend. She was super supportive of me. And then, I mean, who can't like Cam? Like, Cam's was one of the coolest, slow-paced guy in the house who never got too high, never got too low. So who can't like? I mean, T-Core, Chemo, Rubina. I was shocked to hear that a couple people in the house were like, "Oh, I wasn't sure if Kenny liked me." I loved you all. If anybody else was watching this, I loved each and every one of you. A couple of you I didn't like at certain points of the game, like when you voted me out or you did something like that. But I kind of asked for that. But I loved each and every one of them. They're great people. Chemo was a great guy. Chemo was a great guy. He is a great guy. Chemo was Chemo was like, I don't know if you saw this in the life feeds, but Chemo was like one of my confidants. Like, he would be a guy that would just be there. He would just be there. He would listen to me. Chemo was awesome. Yeah, they were all awesome, man. This was a good experience. Again, I apologize to CBS because they didn't get who they wanted. They wanted the Kenny. If you saw, obviously, my videos from the beginning and how I got on the show, that's who I am. Like, let's go, let's have a good time. but I was all out of sorts. It's crazy. I didn't get enough good coffee. Although Brooklyn made good coffee. Then she had that little thing that whipped up the milk. I don't know what that thing is called, Brooklyn, but that little whip thing for the milk, that was the highlight of my morning, was whipping up the milk, getting going. Kenny, don't beat yourself about it. We love you on TV. Oh, thank you. I don't. I honestly don't. I kind of move on from things really, really, really quickly, but I would be lying if I didn't say that I didn't dwell on some things, but I don't beat myself up over it. I have a beautiful family. I have 2 little kids that are great. I got 2 older kids that are awesome. I got a great wife. So I definitely won't beat myself up over this. That ain't happening. There's a lot of positive things that have happened. And at the end of the day, the only hate that I get is very sporadic hate on the internet. But for the most part, if I'm out, the people that recognize me, everybody's super positive. And most people who have a family are understanding of it. And they all say the same thing. I could never do it. I could never be away from my kids that long. Olivia in New Hampshire, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So I am trying to build up my Instagram followers. I went to the In Boston magazine premiere the other night, and Lenny Clark was there. If you don't know who Lenny Clark is, he's been in a couple movies, a huge comedian from the Boston area. He was super friendly. We had a brief conversation. He congratulated me for the show and stuff, so that was awesome. And then I also saw Matt Light, which, if anyone knows, I'm a huge Patriots fan, and I love the Patriots. And Matt Light is Hall of Fame offensive lineman, and probably one of the greatest human beings that the Boston sports scene has seen in a long time. And I was able to meet him real quick. I met his family, and that was pretty cool to meet Matt Light. I will be remembered as the greatest family man that played. I would appreciate that. That's pretty cool to be remembered as that. I appreciate that. I do remember though, Cliff. Cliff showed a lot of love for his wife in his season, and I actually had a lot of respect for that watching. I remember times when he would act like he was dancing, and that was pretty cool. So, but yeah, I appreciate it. I think I do love my family. I mean, I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. I don't want anybody to think that. I make mistakes just like every dad or husband or son. So at the end of the day, but I appreciate the fact that I do love my family. So yes, I'll take that. I'll take that title. One of the worst BB players, but one of the best family man BB players. I'll take that. My thoughts on the Patriots. Oh, wow. It's tough to watch. But I'm a fan. I'm not going to give up on them. I will say that. Super tough to watch. I don't see anything in the future. I'm sorry to say. I like May. I like Gerard Mayo. But that's... I don't see the Patriots getting better anytime soon. So, but we'll hang in there. It's basketball season, so let's go Celtics. The good thing about Boston sports is if one team is having a bad year, it's very rarely that all other teams are having a bad year. So you get one good team. So we got the Celtics. The Bruins are not starting off so good. Obviously, the Red Sox didn't even make the playoffs, but we got our Celtics right now, so we have something to cheer for. So need some weapons on offense. I would say we need weapons on offense, but we can't stop the run. So come on now, defense. We're supposed to be known for our defense, and Gerard Mayo's a defensive genius, so come on. Yeah, so that's pretty much. Are you planning on going on any more shows, BB27? Yeah. I said this earlier. I don't know if you just joined in, but I did say this earlier. I'm pretty sure CBS isn't going to ask me to be on any more shows, which is understandable. And I could never do another BB. Especially now, knowing what it entails and knowing what the emotions that it plays on you and having young kids. And I kind of realize now, I understand why it was so difficult for an older person to win Big Brother. I always wondered, why can't an older person win Big Brother? And now I've kind of realized it, especially if you have a family and you have kids. That's a lot of emotion. It's a lot of emotion. So, but, yeah, I don't see any more questions, but... 007. I really appreciate. 0700. I want RJ 0700. I appreciate all the questions, man. I appreciate it. Spiller Chiller. I absolutely love The Amazing Race. I think that's one of the coolest ones. Oh, Logan's here. You got a haircut. Doesn't look like it though. I do love The Amazing Race, but I don't think The Amazing Race is calling Sweet Kenny K and my wife to race. Although it would be an interesting dynamic. So, hi Olivia, thanks for joining. So, I thought I would. Does your son like football? Yeah, Logan does like football. He's actually playing flag football this year. If you go to my TikTok, there's actually a really good video of him scoring a touchdown. That's pretty fun. So he's playing Pokemon right now.
And give heart emoji to this.
Logan says he wants heart emojis. He thinks he's on TikTok. He actually went on TikTok live the other day, and he got more hearts than I did. He won the battle, right?
Give heart. Give emoji.
No, they're giving you fire. Look, oh, there's a heart. There you go, bud.
More heart. More heart. More heart.
I have 4 kids. 4 kids. I got 2
More
older
heart.
kids in their 30s.
Give a ton of heart.
And I got these 2 little ones. So I've been blessed. So, watching show on CBS.
Do
Summit.
emoji.
Hold on 1 second, bud. The Summit. I will weigh in on the Summit because I have watched that. And the concept of the Summit is actually really cool. CBS knocked it out of the park again with another great reality TV show. Yeah, the Summit's pretty cool.
I got a ditto. I've been wanting a ditto. I got it.
Yeah.
It was from.
I know, bud.
It was from a Pokemon.
So yeah, your big head's in the way.
Give heart.
No, we're not gonna do hot.
No
So that's pretty much my morning with coffee. Do you want some coffee? Nah. I appreciate people joining in. Even there wasn't a ton of people, but that's okay. I have to try and get. Oh, Pokemon is awesome. Look, Pokemon is awesome.
Yay.
Logan's on. He's on Pokemon now.
Pokemon.
So, hey everybody, we're gonna get ready for the day, and stay tuned because I will be posting my Halloween costume for tonight and my Halloween costumes for Halloween. I have several options, so everybody have a great night. Oh, great night. Have a great morning and afternoon, depending on where you are. So, peace.